Hey gamers, Ethan Cito here on the Total War plugin test server. And today we're going to be doing another quick update of what we've got going with the Total War Claims plugin. So I'm just going to give myself some diamonds super fast. And we're going to hop straight into the commands. First thing you want to do, /tribe create nerd, of course, because that's the best tribe name ever. And then we're going to do tribe nerd claim to go into reinforcement mode. And then we're going to reinforce. Oh, the block's already reinforced, my bad. We're going to go over here. We are going to. Those are already reinforced. Okay. We're going to go over here. Reinforce, reinforce, reinforce. And what I want to show off, I guess I can't switch people yet, I need to show you this first, is I have finished the reclaiming materials thing. If you have permissions to reinforce the block, you also have permissions to break the block instantly. And if don't mind the system messages, if the percentage of the reinforcement on the block is above 75%, then you will get the material back. If the reinforcement percentage is below 75%, then you'll just get the block and the reinforcement will be lost. Okay, and after we've taken care of that, we're going to hop on to my sister's account and come over here to these blocks. My sister is not a member of the Nerd Tribe, and she will be trying to break these blocks, and we're going to show off the super cool reinforcement effects and reinforcement breaking sound that we have put in, as well as just evidence that I've completed the whole breaking reinforcements thing, where eventually the reinforcement will be permanently broken. In the configuration, I have it set for diamonds to reinforce it by 10. Obviously just for testing, so that I don't have to spend hours breaking blocks just to figure out if it works. So here we go. That Oh, I forgot. I didn't reinforce that one. So we've got a little enchantment table visual effect that appears, as well as an Enderman sound that I have reduced the volume of and increased the pitch. Just so, it doesn't sound like something you would normally hear, and hopefully a little bit less annoying than the full volume normal Enderman sound. But I just feel like there should have been something, special about it to make it a little bit interesting. I So what I did is I deleted the config file, and I forgot that the default config is actually set to 50. So when the plugin regenerated the config file, it set it to 50. So I'm just going to break this block 50 times real quick. Obviously, there we go. It's going to be faster if you use tools, obviously. And it's going to be slower if you're reinforcing a harder block like obsidian or something. But that's all part of the game, is figuring out what you can do. So yeah, that's what I've been working on so far. In the future, obviously I need to finish the whole member management thing, where it's like add members, remove members. I just have like create a tribe and then add a member, and I think I started working on the kick member, but I didn't finish it. But that's just, normal factions, whatever, townie, normal stuff that you should recognize. In terms of this plugin specifically, we're going to introduce fortifying, which is basically, it's like reinforcing, except reinforcing happens when the block already exists and you hit it with a diamond right click in this plugin, and basically it puts the reinforcement on the block. With fortifying, you should be able to go into fortification mode, and whenever you place a block, ouch, it will automatically take the highest level material from your inventory and it will put it into the block. Or just so that we don't make it inconvenient, like what if you're carrying a couple diamonds that you need later, maybe I can do it so that it'll take from the hotbar, like it'll go basically by inventory slot. So like the farther back it is, the lower priority. So you can put your diamonds like up here or somewhere. And if you put your stone here, then it'll take from the stone as you're placing blocks down instead of taking from the diamonds. Also, we'll have to introduce our own version of the Bastion plugin, which is kind of like a companion to Citadel, where it prevents people from placing blocks, from making reinforcements, and from teleporting in an area around where the Bastion is built. And that is very important. We tried having Total War without the Bastion plugin back in the original Age of Blood days, when we were trying to make like beta 1.7 plugins compatible with 1.12. Citadel worked alright, but because it didn't have Bastion, people were able to do things like lava cast each other's claims. They were, if they wanted to, they could have reinforcement griefed, which is like, imagine you build a house, you reinforce it, and people can't get inside, so they get mad at you, and they build a bigger house around your house, and then reinforce it so that you can't get out. You know, that's not really fun gameplay. So the Bastion is basically, you know, a block to prevent that from happening around your town. And basically, if anybody wants to do those griefing activities, they need to break the Bastion, which I'm not entirely decided yet on how Bastions will be broken. I know the original plugin is like you can spam trying to place blocks and it'll take durability off, but that seems a little bit boring and maybe a little bit too conducive to online rating. Or not online rating. We want online rating. Offline rating, where you can, you know, it just happens. I'm thinking maybe something like breaking the Bastion. Maybe it's able to be hidden somewhere in the territory. I was originally thinking like make it a beacon so they know where to break it. But if you make it able to hide, and people have to kind of like map out the area where they can place blocks to figure out where it is, then, you know, that's an option. That might make it harder for people to offline, you know, place reinforcement grief, whatever. Next up is a plugin. Basically, we're remaking the Juke Alert plugin, which is where if you put a jukebox somewhere, it actually keeps a log of the players who walk into a radius around it and what they do, like when they enter and when they leave the area. And it can actually like send a message to like the owners of the jukebox to let them know that somebody's entered the area. That's important because it can be like an early warning system to, you know, getting raided, or just keeping track of who's doing what around your town. And I think it might be possible. I've never done this before, but I think I've heard of it being Discord integrated, where if you link your Discord to your Minecraft, the jukebox can actually ping you and maybe your Discord group about the activity happening around the jukebox. And I think that would be really cool, and it would really help with the whole offline rating thing. You know, if you're like you're able to get online, but you're just not online, and then you get a ping on Discord that says, you know, your biggest enemy has just entered the area around your vault, and then you can go, hey guys, you know, we need to get on immediately and fight this battle. I think that would be really good, because we want, as players and as game developers, we want all of the fighting to happen online, ideally. Offline stuff should really just be if somebody's inactive. However, when it actually comes down to fighting the battles, I understand it. We all understand it. We're not going to tell our enemies that we're coming. When it's time for us to fight an offensive battle, we want them to be offline so that we can just break into the vault, steal all their stuff when the end. But that's not fun gameplay, which is the issue. So Juke Alert will help. I mean, it's not going to totally fix it, but we got to work within the means of reality here. It will help by alerting groups to when they're getting raided if they've properly set up the jukeboxes. And I think that's all I have to talk about at the moment. At some point in the future, I want to go ahead and make a donator plugin so that I was thinking, I watched a YouTube video where you can grab maps and you can basically put custom images on them for people to see. So I thought it might be cool that if you give some money to the server in exchange, you can get, or as a donator perk or whatever I need to say for tax purposes, um, you can get like your nation flag or a logo or whatever, within my discretion, put onto a map, and then you can like display that in an item frame somewhere or make it a crafting recipe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I gotta put it in code first, right? Anyway, thank you very much for watching this super cool devlog. Mostly just me talking about what I'm gonna do, but at least I showed you. That's not the right block. At least I showed you, we're making progress. It's happening. I'll make sure to keep you guys updated on all the cool stuff in the future and remove all of these messages that I don't need to display anymore. Debugging messages will not be in the final product. Thank you guys very much. Play on my server. Give me money. Love you. Bye.